Hello vac fans. Well, I wanted to do a fun video, not something so serious like all my vacuums fail. Well, we have a bunch of shredded paper here, and I've got a Kirby G6 with the soft oblique brush roll, and I just showed you that I have it on setting number 3. So I just wonder, for trying to pick up this shredded paper, do you set it down to the deep cleaning mode, which for this carpet would be a 3. It's pretty far down. Or maybe should you run it higher, or maybe should you even have the brush roll off. So I'm going to do a pass here with the brush roll spinning and this set to 3. And let's see what happens. Well, it picked up some, maybe, but that is massive snowplow. Okay, so brush roll on and setting to a 3 with a lot of topical, well, I hesitate to call it dirt. We can call it spillage. Didn't work well. So I'm going to bring this thing up 2 notches. And let's move it over here and do the same thing with a fresh pile. See what happens. Well, yeah, that was setting a 3. That was at a 5, right? But did you see the, say, side discharge? Just like a lawnmower. Well, that really kind of spit it out. Okay, so I think I'm onto something, though. So let's go and turn the brush roll off. And after all, it's topical dirt. It's not really into the carpet, so you don't really need to agitate the carpet. And let's try a setting number 4. I'm going to move it 1 down. So we're above a 3, we're below a 5, setting 4. Let's see what happens. Well, a ton of side discharge. You know what? See the vent right there? If I can get the right lighting. So there's a vent right there, and that is the cooling fan for the motor. So you see what the problem is, it literally spit stuff everywhere. And we had some pickup. So let me go and reset up and see if I can figure some other setting here that might do better than these. Because obviously all of these didn't do real well. Okay, so here's what I found out, at least with the Kirby, with the oblique brush roll. This one's soft. You see some of those particles in there? There's a ton. I guess I have to go down here. There's a ton of particles jammed in. Look at that. Here's better lighting. See all that in there? So that's with the brush roll off. The problem is if you pick up bulk stuff like this and the brush roll is off, it just kind of clogs up. So I recommend for Kirby's, if you're going to go and do ridiculous shredded paper tests, which don't really prove a whole lot, but are fun to watch, leave the brush roll on because it'll just sit there and clog. Now I suppose if you took the brush roll out, it might not clog as much, but you can see where it's clogging up right here. So this was fun, I suppose. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, and definitely you want to go and leave the brush roll on. The very second that I hooked the nozzle back up to the front of the machine, I turned it on, ran it for a couple seconds, and you can see that there's no more shredded paper in there at all. I get the right kind of angle. It completely cleared itself. So if you're going to do the shredded paper test, definitely leave the brush roll on. Okay, I think I found the best setting. We're going to go to setting number 4, and we're going to leave the brush roll on. Now, even though I said that's the best setting, it doesn't mean it was a good setting, because look at all the mess it blew over to the left side of your screen. And that's because it's got that side air vent right there, that cooling vent. So Kirby's aren't going to do all that great on shredded paper sitting on top of the carpet. At least not with that side air vent right there. Not with the G series with that side air vent right there. So this was kind of an interesting test. Oh, and by the way, did you notice that you didn't hear a transmission whine out of this? That's because in addition to a new transmission in here, that doesn't really make the transmission whine go away, I have the gears and the belt from a Centria 2 Avalier, which are a little different than the older G series, and it means that this particular machine doesn't exhibit the transmission whine. So it's a neat little upgrade that I have on this machine, in addition to a 50-foot cord. I got the 50-foot genuine Kirby cord in here, and this allows me to go and use this machine and plug in just, say, once per floor of my house. And that is really nice, although when you go and you wind it up on the hooks, it just about overloads the hooks. So it fits, but just barely. Okay, so what'd you think of this fun test? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.